Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the rapporteur, Pedro Marques, and my fellow shadows for the excellent work on this particular report. Of course, the withholding tax framework was unfortunately thrust into the spotlight by a series of scandals involving fraud and complex webs of transactions in the so-called Cum-Ex and the Cum-Cum scandals. It is clear that the framework needs reform. We need to close the loopholes and improve communication amongst our tax authorities, as was referenced by Pedro Marques and also by the Commissioner himself this evening. And we need to ensure that criminals can be identified and brought to justice. And that is where we have a significant challenge within many member states. The political will, the legislation, the enforcement, the effort of the system to ensure that those that are caught in tax evasion are prosecuted. We do have what is, by and large, two rules. One is for smaller criminals and those that fly private jets and are very often swanning around in the finest resorts in their yachts. Yet, no sanctions taken against people who willfully abuse our tax laws. Another more positive aim of the reform is to simplify and streamline the reclaiming of withholding tax. And this was obviously an issue that was brought to our attention when we spoke to many of the experts in this particular area. Many of them have stressed that it was burdensome. The administrative procedures across member states were very difficult and hard to understand, and that they didn't link into each other from a digital point of view. So we do need to digitise, and when we talk again about digital Europe, in the area of tax authorities talking to each other, being able to relay live information, transactions across member states, the administration of taxation itself, we do have to embrace that concept of digitisation. And while I'm often critical of the Commission and people in this House with regard to Article 116 about rates of taxation and about the sovereignty of countries in terms of striking rates in taxation, we still have the opportunity and, in my view, the obligation to ensure that we share information, that we pool information, so that there is no hiding place for those that want to abuse our complex tax laws that are in various member states. So we do need to simplify the overall taxation code, and I welcome this particular report. I think it is a very inclusive report. It takes into account a lot of the views expressed by the various groups, but more importantly, the overall framework of taxation referred to in Pillar 1 and Pillar 2 need also to be transposed to ensure that we have an effective modern taxation system for the EU in the years ahead. Thank you.